up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Market Marauders. Beating the market one trade at a time. Freedom Market Marauders investment channel helps you find the best deals in the market. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, like, comment, and share. Also, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Definitely helps the YouTube algorithm. So today I'll be going over the earnings for this week. So first we had Slack, then we had Lululemon, GameStop, Peloton Interactive, and Kroger. So those are the ones that I'll be reviewing for today's video. You can check those out in the plays that I have for every week in the community tab on the YouTube page. So make sure you check that out. Also like to put some other information on there as well to help people out throughout the week on different things that are going on in the market. First things first, let's jump into the IG. Make sure you go add me on IG, market_marauders. Yes, I do answer questions on IG. So if you have a question, you can't reach me, you can contact me or DM me through IG. Also, make sure you add the clothing brand sus_clothing_brand. Yes, is my clothing company. Make sure you copy some merch on there. And then some people have been asking me about, do I have a Discord server? Yes, it's through my Patreon page. So make sure you go check that out. All these links will be down in the description below. Without further ado, let's jump into the plays for this week. So this week we had the first one is ticker sign WORK for Slack. If we look on here, it looks like they have been clapped pretty severely after their earnings. But let's jump into their prices. So their moving average 10 is $25.51. Moving average 50 is $26.39. And the moving average 100 is $29.06. It looks like they ended the week at $25.66. Then after hours went down about 6 cents to end at $25.60. So, you know, on a bearish downtrend after their earnings seems to be, it just continued to go down. But we'll see next week how they perform and see if they continue this downward trend. Now going to their earnings, just going to read a highlight on there. All the earnings are all public information. If you're new to finding earnings, you don't know where to find them, you can just Google investor relations for the company you're looking for, and most of the times it'll pop up the actual article that I'm reading, or it'll take you to investor relations itself, where you can go through the company's website and find this exact page. So it's all free information. No, I don't have like a special passcode or anything to get to it. So just bear that in mind. So for their earnings that came out the 8th, it says total revenue of $215.9 million, up 49% year over year, and added 8,000 net new paid customers, 87 paid customers with greater than 1 million in annual recurring revenue, up from 49 year over year. So pretty good metrics as far as that's concerned. So, you know, I personally have used Slack. I used Slack my senior year of college. It just basically helped us to communicate with each other through, you know, I had a capstone project that I was doing. So Slack's a pretty useful tool, in my opinion. Pretty cool, you know, way to communicate with teams. I know some, you know, corporate companies use it, but I like it. It was easy to use, but I only used it for the mobile side of it. So didn't use the desktop version, but, you know, it's one of those companies I can actually vouch for that I do like their product. So going to the next one, we got ticker sign LULU, and that is for Lululemon. Their moving average 10 is $312.82. Moving average 50 is $328.33. Moving average 100 is $354.21. And they ended that week at $313.39. After hours, they went down 89 cents to end at $312.50. So they are in a bearish downtrend as well. If we look on here, we can see the moving average 10 line goes down below the moving average 50 and moving average 100, which to me denotes a bearish downtrend. So if you're new to trading stocks in general, bearish means that the stock is going down. Bullish means that the stock is going up. So if you hear someone in the financial world say the stock is bullish, that means that it's going up. If you hear someone say the stock or the market in general is bullish, that means that it is going up. If you hear someone say it's bearish, that means that it's going down. So just bear that in mind. Those are some terms for you all who are new to investing out there and maybe like, what is he talking about? That's what I'm referring to. So going into some background information on them, from their earnings, we can see their revenue increased 2%. to 903 million. Diluted EPS of 0.66, adjusted EPS of 0.74. So going to some more information on them, it says company operated stores net revenue of 287.2 million, a decrease of 51% compared to the second quarter of fiscal 2019. Direct to consumer net revenue of 554.3 million was an increase 155% compared to the second quarter of fiscal 2019. On constant dollar basis, direct to consumer net revenue increased 157%. So basically, a lot of people are at home and ordered their product. Being at home, gyms and things of that nature being closed, so their profit definitely increased from that. Gross profit of 489.5 million, an increase of 1% compared to second quarter of fiscal 2019, and a gross margin was 54.2%, decrease of 80 basis points compared to the second quarter of fiscal 2019. So, they had a decrease in some areas and increase in other areas, but it seems like to be the trend with a lot of these companies is that their online sales dramatically increased and their in-store or regular sales decreased. So it seems to be the trend of most of these companies, and I think it's going to be the trend of most of them going forward. So going to the next one, we got ticker sign GME, and that is for GameStop. Their moving average 10 is $6.12. Moving average 50 is $6.97, and the moving average 100 is $7.27. So they ended the week at $6.09. Looks like after hours they went up 3 more cents. They ended at $6.12. So they are bearish as well, denoted by this red moving average 10 line going below the moving average 50 and the moving average 100, which is gold and purple line. So I would say that they are bearish, even though they ended the week on a positive note after hours. I still would say that they are a bearish company. So going to their sales, it says global e-commerce sales increased 800%. SG&A improves by 133.7 million. Generate cash flow from operations of 192.8 million and free cash flow of 181.9 million. So GameStop definitely being able to capitalize on everybody being at home and playing, video games. I know one video game that I bought during the quarantine time was the new Call of Duty. I played it for a while, just couldn't get too much into it. I did like playing the Warzone though. That was a pretty unique, experience for me. I played it quite a bit on and off, but just kind of fell off of it. Drop a comment down below. Tell me which games you guys are playing. I know there's a lot of them out there, and GameStop definitely going to continue to get sales as those games continue to come out. Now, going to the next one, we got ticker sign PTON, and that is for Peloton Interactive. Their moving average 10 is $86.25. Moving average 50 is $88.88. Moving average 100 is $86.17. They ended the week at $84.04, and after hours went down $1.55 to end at $82.49. So they are bearish as well. Looks like there was a major selling off right here. And also you can see the VWAP line also went down as well. So we can see that they have just started a bearish downtrend. They were bullish for most of the week, but it seems like towards the end of the week, they went towards this bearish downtrend. So if we see the moving average 10 line, definitely crosses the moving average 50 line and is about to cross the moving average 100 line. So yeah, they're beginning a bearish downtrend. We'll see if they can turn around next week. Going into their earnings, which this is the top portion of it, just says shareholder letter. I'm going to read some of the highlights from them. It says Q4 in FY 2020 ending connected fitness subscriptions grew 113%, over 1.09 million, and paid digital subscriptions grew 210% to over 316,800. Total members grew to approximately 3.1 million. Q4 revenue grew 172% to 607.1 million. FY 2020 total revenue grew 100% to 1.8 billion. Connected fitness subscription workouts grew 333% in Q4 to over 76.8 million, averaging 24.7 months monthly workouts per connected fitness subscription versus 12 in the same period last year. Average net monthly connected fitness churn was 0.52% for quarter four and 0.62% for FY 2020. Quarter four 12th month retention rate was 92%. And it says quarter four gross profit margin grew up to 47.6%. Connected fitness gross margin was 45.3%. Subscription gross margin was 56.8%, and subscription contribution margin was 64.1%. Quarter four net income was $89.1 million, 0.27 per diluted share. Q4 adjusted EBITDA was $143.6 million, representing an adjusted EBITDA margin of 23.7%. So they definitely were able to capitalize off of people being in quarantine. But, to me, I would say tread lightly with stocks like these because, unless there's a repeat of the pandemic and lots of shutdowns, then most likely, people aren't going to be at home as much, and they're not going to be able to sustain these dramatic amount of numbers. So I would say tread lightly with these stocks. They may be falling even further pretty soon, especially when their next quarter comes out, because places have opened back up like gyms. People are going on vacation. So things of that nature. More people are out and mobile compared to when these earnings were actually calculated. So I would say tread lightly when looking at these stocks. Make sure that you just realize that the economy is opening back up and people are going out to do things. So, less people playing video games, less people being at home working out. Their local gym may be opening back up, so they may not need to work out at home. So, just bear in mind, their next quarters may not be as, good as these quarters that they have now. So going to the next one, we have ticker sign KR, and that is for Kroger. The moving average 10 is $34.56. Moving average 50 is $34.91. And the moving average 100 is $35.35. They ended the week at $34.37. After hours, they went down 1 cent to end it at $34.36. So if we look, they are bearish, denoted by the moving average 10 line being below the moving average 50 and moving average 100. It looks like they had a large sell-off towards the end of the week. They were bullish closer to their earnings. They rallied up, but then afterwards went to be bearish. So there was a small point in time where you could have capitalized if you would have bought down here on the first. You'd have been buying it like around 35.23. Then you could have sold at 37.22. So there are still, deals out there being made in the market. Just don't let people tell you, all stocks are going down and, the market's selling off. That may be true, but there are intervals in which you can capitalize on some gains. So going to Kroger, we can see they reported their 2020 results. So the second quarter, identical sales without fuel grew 14.6%. So this is basically them calculated without their fuel side, which, Kroger does have gas stations. If you're not familiar with Kroger, it is a grocery store chain, and they do have gas stations. So this is their sale growth without the gas station. So this is just strictly based off of their store items. So digital sales grew 127%, EPS of 1.03, adjusted EPS of 0.73, up 66% compared to prior year. Operating profit of $802 million, adjusted FIFO operating profit of $894 million, up 43% compared to prior year. Strong alternative profit business growth, continued investment to support and safeguard associates and customers and communities, So, a lot of things going on with the company. Their sales are definitely looking good. 14% growth is pretty good overall. But, I think it's not as a dramatic of number as people thought that it would be. So that's probably the reason why people probably just took profits when it went up. and they continue to go down, and they were definitely a victim of the whole market sell-off. But if you look at the stock as a whole, it didn't really, suffer from the sell-off too much. It just really just ran sideways. There are a lot of companies that, when the market began to sell off, just completely went down and just kept going down. It looks like Kroger went down just a little bit, and continued to run sideways. So, definitely keep your eyes on them. I know that they had been open during the pandemic, and they were one of the companies that was kind of like, strongly requiring masks. I know my local one was. So, I don't shop there, but I know a lot of people are talking about it, that they were one of the first stores to do that. So that may have affected some of their profits as well. But drop a comment down below and tell me what you guys are looking at next week. And tell me if, these community tab posts are helping you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, help the YouTube algorithm. Good luck to everybody trading next week. Make sure you go at the IG page, market_Marauders. Make sure you go add sus_clothing brand on IG as well. And make sure you go add or sign up for the Patreon for the Discord server. See you guys next time. And good luck to everybody trading next week. Peace.